It's the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, the 2008 edition with the greatest inshore anglers in the world. We have come to stop number 2 here in Port Arthur, Texas. Welcome to the final day competition. 5 teams left on this final day. 5 teams got here doing one of 2 things.
There he is.
Option number 1, head to the Sabine National Wildlife Refuge to the east. Fish in inches of water for these aggressive redfish. Option 2, the mile after mile of rock jetties available just outside the Sabine Pass.
He's in some rocks.
Give it a chance, baby.
4 of the 5 teams will make a commitment to live and die by the jetties.
Whoa!
But 1 team will buck the trend and head for the shallow water of the marshland.
Look, a whole school right here. Big ones.
The stage is set. 5 teams and $50,000 on the line.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be close.
Who will win at stop number 2, Port Arthur, Texas?
Good fish, get on top of them. Go get on top of them.
It's the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup.
2 in the box, 2 in the box.
Stay button.
He got it.
With both barrels blazing.
Oh, he's a good one, too.
Oh, yes.
That's what it's about right there. You don't enjoy this, I tell you what.
Team battle to earn their way to the championship and get their name on the Redfish Cup.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, the best inshore anglers in the world. This is stop number 2 for 2008 in Port Arthur, Texas. Fishing in Texas, fishing in Louisiana, and we are down to 5 teams for the final day of competition. On this championship day, rules of the game, they are 2-man teams, and a limit for each team is going to be 2 redfish in the slot limit between 20 and 28 inches. 8 hours of fishing, fish anywhere you want. Best 2 fish of the day wins the $50K. The trail to that trophy has taken us to one of the greatest fishing places in the world, Port Arthur, Texas. It has been a smash-up so far.
Unbelievable tournament. If you looked at the footage from days 1 and 2, words cannot describe how good the fishing is here. Aggressive, big, angry redfish. And there's 2 different styles going on here. We'll get into that later in the show, but it's almost a surprise that there's fishing like this in our country.
Incredible. Almost broke the limit for the largest stringer ever with the Redfish Cup this week. But right now, we've got our 5 teams ready to go, gunning for the $50,000 on the final day. There's the list of them right there. Notice a couple of things. Not a single Texas team in there, 1 Louisiana team. Florida representing very, very well. And how about Captain Steve Lloyd, the old Bassmaster himself, Roland Martin.
Let's meet our first team, our number 5 qualifiers, a living legend in professional tournament fishing, Mr. Roland Martin and Captain Steve Lloyd out of Florida. These guys out here mixing it up with these Texas boys. Roland told us on the first day, hey, this is textbook bass fishing techniques that are getting us to the dance this week.
Right now, we're just doing some deep cranking. There were a lot of big fish caught yesterday on big crankbaits right here. This was really a good spot. I got one.
Got one?
Yeah. He's a big one. Come on, baby. He's 9 pounds. These jetties are really massive rock structures. They're coming out of about 30, 40 feet of water, and there's just huge boulders down there, just full of all sorts of bait and crabs, and redfish just love crabs. Redfish are a lot like a bass. They love rocks, and it's one of the key things that we do. As a bass fisherman, it just makes a lot of sense to look for structure like that. Oh, he's in some rocks. Son of a.
Is he in the rocks?
He came loose of the rocks.
Might be too big.
He's big and fat. He's big and fat. He might make it. I don't know if he's 28 or 29 or what the heck he is. Let's get him right here. Look at that thing.
Oh my God, he is.
That is so perfect.
Oh, that is so perfect.
That's the perfect size fish. And he'll go about 10 pounds.
Well, let's head back to the weigh-in stage. Keith Allen ready with the call.
Roland Martin and Steve Lloyd today, they're looking to lead this field. We'll set the benchmark here. How about some of that? 15.37 pounds, 15.37. All right, well, for the moment, gentlemen, we're going to put you on the hot seat on the Lake and Bay Backwater 22.
So for Captain Steve Lloyd of Naples, Florida, Roland Martin, more Angler of the Year titles with the Bassmasters than anyone else, translating those bass fishing skills with the crankbait into some big-time redfish and 15.37 pounds on this final day. Remember, we started from zero with all 5 teams.
We're going to dial in with all of our teams today. Chris Walter, Randy Hendrick getting in on a little bit of the business. We're going to tear apart all of the dynamics of this tournament. 4 of our teams fishing out of the jetty, 1 team fishing in the marsh. And Tommy Sanders, we're also going to tell you what they're using in this derby.
The buffet bait.
The Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup is brought to you by Oh Boy Alberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real, it better be Alberto. Lake and Bay, custom high-performance flats boats. Mercury, #1 on the water. And Crocs. Visit crocs.com to see the newest styles from Crocs footwear.
Back to Port Arthur, Texas, the Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup, stop number 2 out here at Pleasure Island Marina. Great place to bring the kids to catch anything that swims. We got 5 teams competing on this final day, catching some big redfish, and we're taking them team by team. Already, we watched the team of Roland Martin, Captain Steve Lloyd, out at the jetties, bringing in 15.37 pounds of redfish. They're on the hot seat, and now we go to another Florida team. Here's Chris Walter and Randy Hendrick. They said when they arrived in this place that they were going to commit to the jetties. They were going to live or die by fishing those jetties.
Oh, got him again. Keep him hooked up, bro. Whoa! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Whoa, look at that, baby. 27 and 5/8. Yeah.
It ain't pretty, it ain't designed to swim, it's designed to bump on the bottom. I'm throwing a half-ounce bullet weight with a 4/0 hook, Texas rig, little fish bite strip, little gulp, little yum crawl.
The buffet bait.
Chris Walter, Randy Hendrick really dialing in on the bait for the jetties out there today. They've had a solid day, but will it be enough to take down Roland Martin and Steve Lloyd?
And these guys looking for an opportunity to unseat a legend in the game. They've got it, 15.85 pounds. They edge out Roland Martin and Steve Lloyd by less than half a pound. This is going to be a close one, without a doubt.
Margin is not great there, but Chris Walter and Randy Hendrick with their 3rd best weight of the week, good enough to take over the hot seat from Roland Martin and Steve Lloyd. Again, we're going team by team through this final day of competition with $50,000 on the line. The team we're watching very carefully here. The team of Manny Perez and Paul Yickstock. This year, their first year together with the team, new sponsor, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure on these two.
And they've had a great tournament so far. And if you look at these jetties behind them, we talked about it in last week's show. There's just, it's a total environment for redfish. You've got cover, current, and food, but there's certain windows these fish will bite. When that tide's kind of going out and that tide's coming in, creates all that current, and that's when the fish will absolutely light up.
Oh, that's a good hit. Good fish. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, get in the scoop. Good fish, get on top of him. Go get on top of him. Get it in the net, baby. Oh my God. Put him on the check and stick, see what we got. Bam! Bam!
Both these guys will tell you, hey, you know what? We're sight fishermen from Florida. We don't ever fish deep. We don't ever fish rocks. But they've come here, they've adapted, and they say they're getting better and better at it every day.
And they've got about probably 8 to 9 different key little areas on these jetties. And what Paul Yickstock and Manny Perez were looking for was little, small irregularities along those jetties. And they would keep rotating them. And when the tide was right, these guys would collide with a monster school of reds.
Coming up on the better spots on this along this This section here, these little washout areas, tend to get the bait all stirred up, and it's usually where we tend to get more hits.
Oh my God. Oh, it just came out. It just came out.
Oh my God, this fish measures. She's 10 pounds. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I'm telling you, Sanders, I'm going to get emotional here.
Are these guys jacked with the prospect of winning this tournament? Manny Perez and Paul Yickstock got a lot on the line and a lot in their minds. Something about this tournament, and the emotions get tighter up on the weigh-in stage.
What have you guys learned over the years to put you in the position that you came into this week?
We learned from a couple friends of ours, Jimmy Lloyd and Greg Hartzell.
Can you finish that story for me, Manny?
Let's show them the fish and then we'll go.
Apparently a heavy and emotional day for these guys on the water here today. Team Under Armour looking for the opportunity to move into the lead here on the final day. Oh my goodness. Looking for 1585. They got it. 16.92 pounds and a very, very stout number on the scales for Perez and Yickstock.
Nice. I don't think there's any problem with these two taking their job seriously. Manny Perez, Paul Yickstock, knowing they've done something pretty special out there on the jetties on this final day at Port Arthur, Texas. Means 3 teams down, and they are on top with that 16.92. But we are not done yet. Remember, we're going team by team through these 5 at the top. Coming up next, the team from Lake Charles, Louisiana, just up the road, Cajun Phil, Kevin Broussard, back in the marsh.
Dad, you got one coming.
I know.
You didn't get it?
Nope.
I got one. He got it. Oh.
Oh boy, Alberto Redfish Cup. It's our second stop for this 2008 season in a great place for fishing. Port Arthur, Texas, right on the border between Texas and Louisiana. 5 teams left on this final day. Got our Tabasco hot bite of this week. Sartans, right there in the city of Port Arthur. Man, this place has got it all in a super casual atmosphere. Fresh seafood, lots of flavor. Get ready for Sartans. Yes! Our leaderboard so far, again, 5 teams left on this final day. And so far, it's Paul Yickstock and Manny Perez having bested Roland Martin and Steve Lloyd. Later, Chris Walter and Randy Hendrick have come to the weigh-in stand, so at 16.92. This team who came up from Florida, never fished much deep water before, never fished jetties much before, have learned how to master what's going on at Port Arthur here. 2 more teams left to look at today. Can they knock off the team of Yickstock and Perez? Right now, from just up the road in Lake Charles, here they are, Kevin and Cajun Phil Broussard.
Yes, our team looking great today. Our only team not going out on the jetties. The Broussards going all the way across Sabine Lake, all the way back into the National Wildlife Refuge.
Look, a whole school right here. Big ones. Look, watch. Look at them. Oh my God.
They spooked.
Folks. Dad, you got one coming.
I know.
He didn't get it?
Nope.
I got one. He got it. Oh.
Got it.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's a lot better. A lot better. Yes, sir. That's over 6.5 right there. 26.5 inches. Look at that big old pretty redfish. That's the whole reason that we made the decision to come in here, is because we knew fish like that
Live here.
Very impressive. Like we said, the only team not out on the jetties and displaying their power today. One of the things they said, this is where the fresh water and the salt water mixes. They said the key to this area, there was tons and tons of food.
Let's hope he makes it.
Please be there.
Look at that line. Look.
Okay.
Again, every other team in this final 5 lured out to the jetties, thinking that's where it's going to be won. These two guys put their faith in the marsh, and it may have paid off.
We'll see. Woo!
Hope you don't grow.
Broussards are bringing it.
Cajun Phil and Kevin Broussard trying to make it 2 wins in 2 years on the Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup. When those 2 big ones clear the bags right there on the weigh-in stage, we got a couple of nervous guys on the hot seat in the form of Paul Yickstock and Manny Perez.
1693 for a clear win. Team Under Armour in the lead with 16.92 pounds. Oh my goodness, this is going to be close. Hundredths of a pound will settle the score. 16.67 pounds. Broussard moves to second, and Team Under Armour's Yickstock and Perez hang on to the lead.
Yeah, time to exhale now. Paul Yickstock and Manny Perez just dodged the biggest bullet of the entire tournament.
Or was it the biggest bullet of the entire tournament? Don't forget, the #1 qualifying team, almost 35 pounds of redfish over the first 2 days. Chris Whitman and Tom Winrow, another Florida team, one more team left to go, trying to gun down Yickstock and Perez. Can they do it? We'll find out when we come back.
The Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup is brought to you by Oh Boy Alberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real, it better be Alberto. AT&T, your world delivered. And by Port Arthur, Texas, the natural place to be.
5 teams left in this final day of competition. Port Arthur, Texas, Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup. 4 of those teams have weighed in. And the leaders, Paul Yickstock, Manny Perez, 16.92. One more team we haven't checked out yet. Our top qualifiers, Chris Whitman, Tom Winrow.
This team has been dominant the entire tournament, decided to live out on the jetties on this final day. They've got 2 in the live well right now, but they're going to have to upgrade fast for the championship.
Still waiting to upgrade. We're just kind of waiting for that tide to fall, you know? The bite gets later every day as the tide changes. We're just trying it, see what we can muster.
Power down through here, see if we can get lucky. 15 minutes.
That's all we got left?
Yep.
What time is it?
2:15.
There he is.
Good one?
Yeah. We might up. Yeah, sick fish, great fish. Come on, baby, fit.
He's not as big, is he?
No, he's coming up. Can't seem to get the right ones today.
Things most definitely looking a little sketchy for Chris Whitman and Tom Winrow on this final day. Did they make the wrong decision? Nothing's official, though, till we get back to the weigh-in stand.
Will Team Under Armour's Yickstock and Perez hang on to their first team win, or is Whitman and Winrow going to steal it away? The lead right now sits at 16.92 pounds. We are looking for 2 fish. Let's see them with both barrels. Raise them out, boys. We've got 2, and they are not looking like the right 2, but Perez and Yickstock already starting to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, 11.53 pounds. With that, how about a hand for Team Under Armour? They take their first team win.
Well, they have done it so much on the line for this team that's been around a while, but they collect the $50,000, the win, and the boost to their career. Congratulations.
What does this one mean to you?
More to come, I hope. I mean, these tears are of joy, believe me, but I finally have enough money to get my hair extensions now. 6 years, I finally got my first cup victory.
They've been working hard, ladies and gentlemen. How about a hand for your champions? Hold that check up high over your heads, ladies and gentlemen.
Paul and Manny almost overcome there. It was a big win for those guys.
Great tournament. Those guys really needed that.
All right, Academy Sports Team of the Year points presented by Crocs. So important. Only 4 qualifying events this year. You're trying to make it to the championship. And there they are, our winners of our first event, Bostic and Seppi on top. Eric Rue and Larry Puckett have not made a 5-cut this year, but ever so consistent. And now we've got to have a primetime player for this show.
You know who it is? I cannot give it to Manny and Paul.
I think I do.
Cajun Phil Broussard, Kevin Broussard. fluid-like in that boat, hanging with the alligators. I ask myself, why are you so good?
They always bring it, not surprising there. Okay, next time, finally, we get to go back to Chalmette, Louisiana, a mecca of red fishing. Can't wait for that one,
More
right?
unbelievable fish catches. Going to be awesome.
See you there next time.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more Oh Boy Alberto Redfish Cup action, log on to ESPNOutdoors.com.
But Perez and Yickstock already